Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just wanted to start this video off with a little bit of an update within athletic therapy. I'm still working at the same three places that I was before. So that's Specific, XFit, as well as Premier Performance, and the football contract currently is over. It's the off season now. I'm not gonna lie, the past few months hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of days where I've gone into work feeling demotivated, kind of feeling like I'm not specifically where I wanna be at in terms of my environment. But in times like these, it's important to remind ourselves that early on in our careers, especially as athletic therapists, it's not easy to grow clients. It's not easy to be in the exact place we imagine ourselves to be right off the bat. So putting in the work and reminding ourselves that each and every day, getting one step closer is going to be the way that eventually we will get there. Something I want to show you guys with this whole documenting of my athletic therapy journey is I want to show that it's not only possible to be successful as an athletic therapist, but you can do whatever you want to do with this profession. And so many people doubt themselves that I see around me, whether they're more senior athletic therapists or even students. And I just want to show people in documenting this that you can do whatever you want to do in this profession, and it's possible. So last few months I've been really focusing on gaining work experience, trying to learn as much as I can, and really trying to develop long-lasting relationships with my clients. Specifically, something that I've been thinking a lot about lately is connection, making sure that you're connecting with your clients on a deep level. I think this is something as an athletic therapist that is huge to do in conjunction with making sure that you're providing and executing on a quality service. This is how you build lifetime clients. This is how you stand out from other people. And this is just something that I've been really trying to maximize and improve of late. As an AT, it's very tough at the beginning, especially in a market that's very dominated by physiotherapy. So this is why the small details matter, making sure that we're always adapting to the client's needs and more, making sure that in every situation, if the client, you feel like you need to adapt a specific exercise, a specific technique, or try to change something because they're experiencing some pain, that you're not being lazy and you're doing that, because that is something that is going to take us as athletic therapists to the next level. I've been amazed to see how much my ability to connect on a deep level with clients has improved since the summertime when I graduated. So I would encourage everyone to really just think about all of the different elements that I spoke about, and the fact that athletic therapy isn't just about fixing an injury, it's about more than that, it's about the complete service. With all that said, moving into the spring season, I've become a lot more busy of late, and recently I was very fortunate to be able to collaborate with a bunch of different high-level athletes on a few different projects. Some of the ones that stand out were I got to work with a professional boxer who was 16-0, who comes out of Montreal. An incredible experience to work with this guy, pick his brain, talk to him about why he started boxing in the first place. Another person that I got to work with was a two-time Olympian. She's an artistic swimmer. Another amazing project, which is an unforgettable experience. And finally, I also got to work with a figure skater on the Canadian national team who, again, just talked. We had a nice conversation, we connected, and it was a great experience. Over the next few months, I'm most looking forward to continuing to collaborate with all these different athletes, as well as any other person that I get the opportunity to collaborate with. And also, I'm looking forward to getting the chance to work on our preseason prep for the football team that I worked with last summer. Alright, now we're getting into the title of the video, which is how to maximize or how to get the most out of your internship. I'm going to split this up into two different parts. The first part is the steps that you're going to take prior to actually being accepted into your internship in order to get the most out of the experience. So the first thing you want to keep in mind is to select an internship that is in line with your goals. So for me personally, when I did my internships, I wanted to have an internship that was heavily focused on the strength and conditioning element and bridge the gap between the athletic therapy and treatment and the strength and conditioning. So somewhere that I wanted to go was Premier Performance, which is actually the place that I currently work at. That was one of the internship placement sites that was my goal to go to. Now, what I kept in mind was that there was another internship placement site that was better suited for me for my first clinical internship, a placement site that would help me grow better as an athletic therapist, be surrounded by more athletic therapists, and help me build my base to ultimately be able to go to Premier Performance for my second clinical internship. There are 3 considerations that I want you guys to keep in mind when you're trying to pick an internship site that is best suited for you. That is your learning style, your potential for growth, as well as your interests. For the learning style and interests, as I previously mentioned, you want to make sure that you're self-aware about what you want or what you think you want to explore further within the profession of athletic therapy, and try to pick an internship site that follows along those same lines. And for the potential for growth, this is where you got to kind of put in a little bit of research and try to see that where is an internship placement site where you think that you will get the most out of it, because there's definitely certain internship placement sites where you're not going to get as much out of it as you would for another one. The second thing that you want to keep in mind is researching your potential supervisor's background. So if you're interested in a specific internship placement site, I would recommend that you look into the background of the supervisor that is attending that site, or if there's multiple supervisors. The reason why I said Jesus. Wait.
What is going on?
The reason why I suggest this is because what the hell is
If you haven't noticed, he's dying. It's going in the bloopers, bro.
The second thing that I would recommend is to research the supervisor's background that is going to be attending the specific internship placement site that you are looking into. The reason why I suggest this is because the more you know about their specific background, the more that you can know kind of what questions to ask, what are their strengths and weaknesses. And specifically what I would recommend is to ask older students, since athletic therapy or athletic training in the States is typically a very tight-knit program. You can potentially ask other students that have had the same supervisor that you are looking to work with, and that would definitely be a way of maximizing your internship placement site. So part 2, this is when you actually have secured the appropriate internship placement site, how to maximize the internship when you are actually there doing your thing. The first thing that I would recommend is get close to your internship supervisors. This is probably the most important tip within this section. The reason why I say that is because there's so many people that neglect this that I've seen around me, older students, younger students, and this is something that I know for a fact from experience that has allowed me the opportunity to get jobs, to build deep relationships with successful athletic therapists, to have mentors. And I think this is something that you cannot overlook when being in your internship. Now, you might be asking yourself, Ben, how do I do this? Well, the first thing that I'd recommend, the most basic way to get close to an internship supervisor, is to just ask a lot of questions. Be proactive. Make sure that you are just always seeking more, always trying to show an interest for the profession of athletic therapy, and naturally the relationship should develop. If you've done all of the previous work in the last part, then you guys should be a decent match. You should be able to connect, and you should be able to build a long-lasting relationship. You never know what's going to happen in building these relationships. You have to look at things from the big perspective, the long-term gain. Just to give you guys a specific example, one of the internship supervisors that I had in my second clinical internship, he is actually a current mentor of mine, and I truly believe he was one of the culprits in eventually helping me get a job that I'm currently at right now. So just to show you guys how important that relationship with your supervisor is and can lead to further opportunities down the road. The second thing that I recommend is making sure that you guys are arriving prepared every single day. From my experience, field internships, clinical internships, no matter what it is, you need to be able to adapt and adjust quickly and be willing to put yourselves in high stress environments. Yes, this is very challenging at the beginning, but the more you put yourself in that mindset of, okay, I'm here to learn, I'm not afraid of being judged or anything, I'm just here to learn, I'm here to get the most out of this experience, I'm ready to adapt no matter what. The third and final tip that I will say for this part 2 section is to try to say yes as much as you can. If a field opportunity comes up where a supervisor wants you to do some extra hours, go for it, because you never know what this experience is going to lead to. Even if you're not paid throughout this internship experience, trust me, in the long haul, it is going to do wonders for you, because again, you need to be in the mindset of trying to get the most out of your internship experience, diving in every single day, trying to learn as much as possible, and if you do that, you're going to be golden. So as far as the big takeaways to take away from this video about how to max or how to get the most out of your internship experience, part one was prior to getting your internship. The first thing you want to make sure is you're selecting an internship that's in line with your goals, considering learning style, interests, and the potential for growth. The second thing you want to do is research the supervisor's background, asking older students and making sure that you're learning as much as you can from the supervisor prior to going into this internship placement experience. Part two was all about once you've secured the internship. The first thing is to get close to your internship supervisors, ask lots of questions. You never know what's going to happen long term. The second thing is to arrive prepared every single day and be ready to adjust accordingly. And the third thing is to say yes as much as possible. You never know where it's going to bring you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it to the end, this again was a video all about how to maximize your internship experience. I think I've covered a lot of different things, so I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Please let me know if you want me to cover other topics like this in the future, because I really enjoyed making it. Have a good one. Take care.